Howdy, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Dr. Lindsay Sansom, and I am a faculty member in the Department of Geography. This research experience for undergraduates is hosted through the Feed the Future Innovation Lab for Small Scale Innovation, a USAID grant that is managed through the Borlaug Institute for International Agriculture. My REU team is comprised of 3 very talented undergrads who will be exploring the implications of cold storage for reducing post-harvest loss. These students are participating through the Aggie Research Program. Without further ado, I'll hand it over to them. Go ahead, Alex.
My name is Alex Chang. I'm a bioenvironmental science major in the class of 2021, and I will be presenting Africa.
Hi, my name is Lauren Starkey. I'm a civil engineering major in the class of 2022, and I will be presenting on Latin America.
Hi, I'm Trang Nguyen. I am majoring in environmental studies, and I will be graduating in 2021. I will be presenting Southeast Asia.
While technological innovations in agricultural pursuits have increased food yields, food waste remains a looming issue as population trends continue upwards. Researchers estimate that as much as 1/3 of all food produced globally is lost. These losses, known as post-harvest losses, come from lack of proper storage and transportation methods as refrigeration, long distances to available markets, and more. Cold storage may be one possible solution to combat these issues. The use of cold storage is a popular approach against post-harvest losses of small-scale farmers around the world, giving local communities opportunities for better income and social change.
All of the cold storage projects were found in gray literature, namely announcement reports are from governmental and organizational sources. If the project has an official name, the name of the project was used to find more information pertaining to that project. Because these government reports are limited in their follow-up information and project impacts, data obtained from academic literature was used to assess the cold chain industry as a whole. Relevant academic journals pertaining to cold chains were found through Google Scholar and Web of Science databases.
The UN Food and Agriculture Organization has found that post-harvest losses in sub-Saharan Africa cause a total of $4 billion lost every year. Challenges for local African communities include climate change's effect on crops, market competition, social issues, financial support, and limited electricity and transportation. For many countries, obtaining clean, cheap, and sustainable energy is crucial, and cold storage reflects this, using biogas, evaporative cooling, or solar power. For small-scale farmers, advocating for women and youth in those communities are important to increase awareness of cold storage and other agricultural solutions. Politically, African governments are creating policy plans, working together with outside organizations to increase the productivity and reduce post-harvest losses for smallholder farmers within the next 50 years. Policies that increase access to local financial services, along with the help of sponsors, are needed to help banks support rural communities and foster better economic opportunities and a more available market for small-scale farmers.
Latin America and the Caribbean account for 9% of the world's population. However, Latin American and Caribbean crops make up 20% of food that is lost due to post-harvest losses globally. In many Latin American countries, economic parity separates those living in cities and those in rural areas. Other obstacles to development in rural areas include underdeveloped roads, rainy seasons, and lack of infrastructure. The policies created by Latin American governments have an impact on cold storage implementation. In Mexico, when NAFTA was originally ratified, its policies benefited large agricultural producers. It incentivized exports and made business difficult for small farmers. Little to no support existed for small and medium farmers, and as a result, many of these workers migrated to cities or to the United States. In some communities, cold storage allows for micro-businesses to emerge. In one community in Colombia, refrigeration units that were implemented can be used by anyone living in the community. The people of this community have created micro-businesses with the help of these refrigeration units. They are able to sell food and cold drinks. Cold storage technology has the ability to ease the burden of farmers and rural communities all over Latin America.
Different projects in Southeast Asia target different populations but have one common goal: to increase agricultural production and reduce post-harvest losses. In particular, the Philippines Cold Chain Project helps Filipino farmers increase their earnings through agricultural production. It targets smallholder farmers in fishery, livestock, and horticulture sectors. In the Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam, there is poor infrastructure or high cost of distribution that prevents businesses from transporting goods efficiently, and it discourages firms from investing in cold chains. Funding varies with each project. For example, the USDA funded $17 million for the Philippines cold chain project. Both public and private companies are implementing cold chain and cold storage projects in Southeast Asia. Most projects outline their goals and expected impact, and we can infer that these projects are improving the lives of rural farmers throughout the region.
The World Bank reports that 1.3 billion tons of food waste is lost every year. Much of this food waste comes from post-harvest losses. Experiencing major crop loss is very discouraging to rural farmers, and it results in negative social effects for communities as a whole. Cold storage is a relatively new technology, but projects that have been implemented and tested have shown significant improvement in food shelf life and have brought higher income for farmers who are now able to sell more to local markets. By helping farmers get their produce to markets and consumers safely, millions of people can find better food security and overall reduce food loss that arises from post-harvest problems around the world.
Thank you again for joining us today. I'd like to thank Alex, Lauren, and Trang for all of their hard work. I'd also like to thank Dr. Nicole LaFleur, the director of ILSI, and Mr. Matt Stelbauer, the project coordinator. Finally, a big thanks for the Aggie Research Program for all of your support connecting me with these talented students. Thanks again.